The fusion of mountains, rivers, and city nestled within has been seen around the world. But Chongqing is definitely one of the most extreme. It's hard to imagine that such a geographically divided city could someday become the symbol of connection. Under China's mega plan called the Belt and Road Initiative, Chongqing connects the world. But within its own boundaries, the city is united by the network of the world's most impressive bridges, spanning above this mighty untamed river. I'm traveling around the world to visit a league of ambitious new engineering wonders and find out the extraordinary building challenges and the intelligence given to those giants.
Well, I'm so excited!
The stunning landscape in Chongqing creates a killer commute. Despite having dozens of super bridges, Chongqing has just added to its selection.
郭家铎长江大桥是重庆的第37座跨江大桥。
The mighty Yangtze is a big challenge for bridge builders. Chief Engineer Zheng Yuan knows the temper of his old pal.
底下其实暗流有很多，刚好这个桥位的位置是在这个三峡的库区的一个末端，受三峡蓄水的一个影响，那个水位变化也特别大。
This is what Zheng and his team must somehow construct. Twin portal frame towers made of more than 100,000 tons of concrete will stand tall from the bottom of the Yangtze River. Massive cables stretched between these towers will support a huge double-deck bridge, with the upper deck handling vehicles and the lower deck designed for a future metro line. These cables will be fixed in massive concrete anchors in the mountains on both sides of the river to keep the bridge stable in all kinds of weather.
我们现在所处的地方就是大桥重力式铆钉的一个模实类，它就是将竹缆通过闪手鞍，然后分散成骨。
As the steel true skirter continues to be lifted, the two main cables begin to tighten. The force needs to be evenly distributed on 127 steel wires that make up the two main cables, and eventually on the massive concrete anchor that is actually holding an entire bridge.
相当于说，依靠铆钉的自身巨大的重力来抵抗我们竹缆的一个拉力，我们这个铆钉的总重量达到了25万吨。
In the factory where those cables are produced, these delegated wires are tightly braided together in parallel to form a hexagon, which allows them to be tightly packed together like a honeycomb, a structure leaving minimum gaps in between. Is these main cables like two cast fishing lines that carry this bridge stretching over 1,400 meters and weighing 56,000 tons. That's like 6 Eiffel Towers, and they're supposed to last for the next 100 years. The massive weight means any little change is magnified, especially at the connection points. Suspension bridges are typically flexible structures. Under the impact of vehicles, earthquakes, and wind, the bridge deck can sway like a fluttering ribbon. Being rigidly connected to the bridge towers could be disastrous. So Zheng's team has installed multiple ingenious slide bearing between the road and the base of the tower. This innovation allows the bridge to slide over the tower so that structures don't tear themselves apart.
我们现在的位置是在主塔的中横梁顶部。我们看到的这个装置是我们大桥的一个竖向支座，它的作用主要是将我们这个大桥的上部结构荷载传递给下部结构。 主要是为了应对我们钢梁的一个移动。
With the slide bearings works effectively, the team tackles its next colossal challenge: installing the bridge's mammoth steel truss girders.
我们总共是设置了2台缆载吊机，这一台缆载吊机设计是800吨。我们是从最中心的一个梁段开始进行架设。
The huge cable crane will team up with the barge to lift the steel sections that will eventually form the more than 860-meter road deck. And it's a race against time before the water level drops and the biggest challenge emerges. When the river becomes too shallow and prevents the barge from reaching the tower where the final sections are waiting to be installed.
因为我们缆载吊机只能进行垂直起吊，它没法把梁吊起来以后再向前走动。
So how to have that crane move fully loaded is the key. Engineers are about to turn those cables into the world's largest swing.
我们采用的是一种无支架连续荡移的一个方式，通过荡秋千的方式往这个岸边浅水区域逐步荡移到它的一个指定位置，再进行一个架设。
They first extend a hanger cable and attach it to the lifted steel section, creating a swing system. Then as the crane releases the cable, the beam section can slowly swing forward to the next position. Then crane could move forward to form another swing with the next hanger cable, repeating as often as needed. 因为是山城嘛，各种地势、各种环境条件都很复杂，运用的一些技术，相当于世界上也是很先进的一些技术。 This new bridge will cut travel time to neighboring Liangjiang New District, a new transportation hub to a wider world. Ensure Chongqing remains on the go for generations to come.